Now, what's interesting about that is the Bible totally condones slavery. Totally condones it. Ephesians 6:5. Slaves, obey your earthly masters with deep respect and fear. That's the same fear that God was demanding with Abraham, wasn't it? That's the same exact level of fear. Slaves, obey your earthly masters with deep respect and fear. Where do you think these slave masters got their ideas and concepts from? Why do you think they had church back then? Why do you think they had church? They used to let the slaves go to church, but the master would sit there at the church to make sure that that slave who was reading the book was reading some of these verses, letting them know, hey, man, you got to obey your, this is in the Bible. We got to obey these people. We got to worship these people. Serve them sincerely as you would serve Christ. Ephesians 6:5. Oh, it's in Ephesians, guys. They're talking about Christ. Oh, yeah, this ain't the Old Testament stuff that you was, saying, oh, well, that was the old, things were different back in the day. No. Everything changed in the New Testament. That's the first thing Christians will tell you. Everything changed in the New Testament. No, it didn't. Slaves, obey your earthly masters with deep respect and fear. Serve them sincerely as you would serve Christ. Christians who are slaves should give their masters full respect so that the name of God and his teaching will not be shamed. If your master is a Christian, that is no excuse for being disrespectful. You should work all the harder. It's easy how they programming you to work hard and be a slave. You should work all the harder because you are helping another believer by your efforts. So pick that cotton out there. Get that cotton and pick that cotton, boy. Because guess what? You're serving God. Teach these truths, Timothy, and encourage everyone to obey them. 1 Timothy 6:1-2. Come on now. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Check this out. In the following parable, Jesus clearly approves of beating slaves, even if they don't know they were doing anything wrong. The servant will be severely punished, for though he knew his duty, he refused to do it. Don't say no to picking this cotton. But people who are not aware that they are doing wrong will be punished only lightly. Oh, I didn't know about this, so beat me a little bit less. Okay, don't beat me too much, just a little bit less. Just beat me just a little bit less, and I'll be good. I'll be a good slave again. Much is required from those whom much is given. Oh, they use that all the time, don't they? Much is required from whom much is given. They use this all the time. That's a famous quote, but nobody knows that quote comes from the advocation of slavery in the Bible. Nobody knows that. Much is required from those to whom much is given, and much more is required from those whom much more is given. Luke 12:47-48. You didn't know that. That's a famous quote that everyone uses, right? They use it all the time, but they don't tell you that it comes from a quote that advocates slavery in the New Testament. They don't tell you that. You see, there's just so much of this going on, so much murder and pillaging in this book, where these gods with an S, lowercase g, were people, were fighting each other, and they were using humans to do these battles.
By Compendium of the Emerald Tablets by Billy Carson.